Good morning, students. Today, in this lecture number 21, we are going to discuss in detail the novel Robinson Crusoe by the well-known writer, social reformer Daniel Defoe. In the previous lecture, we have discussed the life of Robinson Crusoe on the Iceland, the isolated Iceland, where there was no one living. He was the only man living there. He was the only man farming there, keeping pet animals like parrot, goat, dog, cat, and so on. He was the only man living the life there like one farmer. How he farms his land, how he collects his grain, and how, like each and every animal, each and every man, Robinson Crusoe was collecting there the grains, dhanya, and he was totally busy over there in the routine ideas, like we can say keeping the pets. Number 2, farming like a farmer. Then he was also storing the grains, has built a cottage for himself, and also made a wooden boat to move around the Iceland to collect the various grains from the each and every corner of the islands, the fruits, the seasonal fruits. He was busy collecting that. So, this way, Robinson Crusoe was totally engaged in his routine business. He was the only man. Being alone also, he has totally engaged himself in these regular activities, and this way he tried to forget his past, his parents, his relatives, and so on. My dear friends, Robinson Crusoe caught on the Iceland in such a way, in such a situation that if you tried, then also he couldn't go from there, couldn't rescue himself without the help of someone. He has tried to walk, he has tried or fired on the Iceland so that the passerby would look at him and they will rescue himself. And then also he was ignored by all. His every activity for the rescue from the Iceland was totally failed, and this way Robinson Crusoe stays there, remain alone there for, we can say, for 28 years. 28 years means it not a joke, because we couldn't live a single day without the company of friends, relatives, family members, and so on. So, my dear students, this way Robinson Crusoe is the only man living on the island. He has totally made up his mind to stay there in any condition, because he has no way, no source, or we can say there is no any rescue idea. Rescue team is going to visit him for the rescue. So this way Robinson Crusoe was totally engaged in his ideas. Beside that, when Robinson Crusoe's every activity goes on smoothly, he has engaged himself in every activity on the island. For example, early in the morning to take the name of God, praise and worship for the God, read the Psalms of the Bibles, and so on. And then after, he engaged in his pets and also the farming and also the collecting fruits on each and every corner, and also he was totally engaged in preparing the wooden boat. And these activities helps him to pass his time. On the other side, when everything was going on smoothly, one day Robinson Crusoe had seen the footprints on the island, and they were like we can say the man-like footprints he has found on the island. So he gets shocked, because when how long he was alone he was happy, but when one day while moving on the island in his routine duties, he had seen the footprints by sick, and he gets shocked. He was worried, and so he tried. Then onward, he was keeping his gun with him for his rescue. And one day, the same like footprints when he has observed, then onwards he became very much serious, careful, and he was searching the human beings on the island. Then, on the very next day, he found the group of cannibals. The group of cannibals whom we call the man-eaters. Group of cannibals whom we call the man-eaters have brought one child or one slave, and in they were ready to kill him and eat it. And so when the Robinson Crusoe has saw these cannibals, these man-eaters on the island, he has taken his gun and tried to shoot them, and these cannibals run away by putting behind the slave. We can say one black man. They are put behind the slave, and this way Robinson Crusoe gets successful to save the life of that boy, that child. And then Robinson Crusoe, being a Christian man, on the Friday he found that boy. And so the boy he found on the day of Friday, so he put his name as a Friday. This is the Friday one slave child he found as one, we can say, the companion. Found as a companion to him, and now then onwards, Robinson Crusoe become relaxed. Why? Because he has spent many years in solitude. एकांतवासात त्यांनी बरेच वर्ष घातले त्या बेटावर. And now he found this Friday as one companion, as a friend, as a, we can say, the partner on the island. And so this company of the Friday became very much helpful to Robinson Crusoe on the island. And in the company of Friday, the slave boy Robinson Crusoe has tried again to develop his farm, keeping the pets, and also he has also rescued the parents of the Friday by going on the another island, and also rescue the parents of the Friday from the, we can say, from the cannibals who, like the Friday, also tried to kill him. So this way, Robinson Crusoe and his life on the island became very happy then onwards, because Robinson Crusoe, who has a lot of fear of his isolation, एकांतवासाची जी भीती वाटायची एवढ्या मोठ्या बेटावर, now he found the Friday very close, sincere, obedient follower, because he had saved his life, and Friday very well know that he was a very gentleman, spiritual, religious, and moral and cooperative man. So Friday also surrenders under him and tries to serve him like his master. So this way, master and servant relationship, Robinson Crusoe and Friday relationship, and this way the both Robinson Crusoe and Friday have spent or lived there more than 20 years, and Robinson Crusoe's life on the island became little happier when he found this companion Friday on the boat. And this way Robinson Crusoe has lived there and spent there many days, many years in the company of this Friday. And he has not missed a single day, single moment to reminding God and to reminding his parents, because Robinson Crusoe considered that the very life of his here on the island is because of his, we can say, because of his disobey to the parents, because of his, we can say, ignorance, or he has deliberately ignored what his father had said, and so he said the very life he was living here as a penitence and jaza. So the very disobey of the parents, which he calls as punishment, and so he, to rescue from this situation, to rescue from this curse, he has totally surrendered the God and his overall existence. So this way Robinson Crusoe become a very, we can say, a very spiritual, religious, moral man. And this particular man, the Robinson Crusoe, has learned a lot while living on the island. He came to know the value of his family. He came to know very well. He also came to know the value of his family in general and parents in particular. because he thinks that when he will move back, return or rescue in future, he will can't meet them because they will no longer live. Then onwards. Then after that, so this way Robinson Crusoe came to know the value of his family, the request of his father to him to stay at home and to do the or involved in his business. So he has disobeyed the deliberately जागरूक को आज्ञा पालना नहीं. It is also, we can say, so he considered that it is a great punishment given by God to him because he has not heard his parents. So parents are equal to the God, and so they are also our gurus, means God. And so this value of his family he came to know. So when we observe each and every incident, situation, conditions that Robinson Crusoe has made and experienced, this is not an, we can say, simple task, because he, being alone, was frightened a lot in the beginning, but after that he surrendered to the God, Bible, and became a spiritual and religious man. And so this way the spirituality and religiosity gave him the boldness, the energy to outcome from life, and the confidence that one can live happily on the Iceland without anyone's company. That also Robinson Crusoe has proved. So this way Robinson Crusoe is a very, we can say, philosophical, moral, spiritual, religious, and also traveler novel, because we call this novel as also a novel of travelogue. Travelogue means the particular novel which talks about the travel or journey of Robinson Crusoe. As the travel novel, we have seen that this particular case, the incident, experience, the life which Robinson Crusoe has lived or living was because of only his travel in the sea. And this is not a single travel that he makes, but it is an incident of situation of outcome of many travelings that he came across, that he chose to settle in his life. But in reality, this particular travel, wanted to travel, is very responsible for his loss, for his isolation or solitude. So this way, this particular novel, we simply say, is a novel of travelogue, novel of journey, novel of experience, novel of, we can say, curse and punishment, or sin and punishment is also a novel happened, that he also considers and thinks that he is responsible for only because of his disobeyed parents, that he has violated, ignored the order of the father, and he this way became responsible for the loss, of the parents, for the loss of his bright future successful life that one lives. And so this way, this particular novel is a very ideal, scholarly written, well presented, spiritual and as well philosophical novel, through which, or through Robinson Crusoe, we will came across the various experiences of various individuals at that time, which were not different from the experiences of Robinson Crusoe. So in short, this is a novel that very well highlights the life of Robinson Crusoe before land on the Iceland, the life of Robinson Crusoe on the Iceland, and the particular life that Robinson Crusoe was experiencing on that Iceland. That is also interesting one. So With this brief information about the novel, I stop here. Tomorrow we will discuss the another aspect of this novel, Robinson Crusoe. So with this brief information about this novel, I stop here.